The Driving While Awesome podcast is recorded live to SD card at the Beeline Motor Club in Santa Cruz, California. And dogs smell, dude.
Ew. Smell.
Cats don't smell.
No, they don't. All right.
And they clean themselves. You have to clean a dog.
Yeah, wash them. And you could put some other little sneaky snacks in there. Like,
Yeah.
Ollie, do you like snacks at all?
I do.
I actually told you about it, and you said, no, I'm going to Sacramento with my family. I'm busy.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway.
Why do you sound like Cartman?
Dude, that was sweet.
No, dude, I'm going to Sacramento with my family.
it.
Hagerty Drive Share is the coolest online car sharing platform around. Renters can find special cars that bring out the awesome in every moment, while owners list their rad rides to earn extra cash to fund their passion. Browse, choose, and cruise at driveshare.com or download the app.
Welcome to Driving While Awesome, part of the Hagerty Podcast Network. My name is Warren.
I am Lane.
This is Ali.
Nice.
Art will join us once again, we promise.
At some point in time.
He couldn't make it tonight. He's just not quite back 100%. But don't you worry, he's not leaving us forever. I think last week I said something about he's gone. What did I say?
I don't know what you said last week.
I said something that was a little bit morbid, but I didn't mean
what
it.
was last week?
I don't even
That
know.
was pretty sad.
What is today?
What is? Nick is texting about if we're recording. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Nick.
Hello.
We're recording.
Hi.
Is he our first call-in? Like
I
live
wish we had.
call-in?
I wish we had call-in options.
Remember we used to play recorded messages on early shows.
We had a phone number people could call in, and then we could play it or at least answer the questions. I know that.
We played them a couple of times.
Yeah.
I think.
I think it was a Brian thing. We had like cords everywhere and a little like couple.
We
weird
could do
boxes.
that with this road thing.
We did
and
phone calls before.
Remember the Zoom recorder thing, like Bluetooths into your phone.
Yeah.
Well, we did phone calls.
We can do phones on this.
We did phone calls before Zoom was a thing, before the pandemic, and now it's way easier.
Yeah.
Although we still, at that point, if someone calls in, we have to record their audio off the Zoom.
No, now we can do it off this
It's
board.
all that.
Yeah. But I don't know how.
Okay. Good times.
I'm sure we could look it up on YouTube and find out in 10 seconds.
But then we have no video for that person.
True. And they sound like whatever they're talking into.
Yeah. Anyhow, it's good times. It's really good times. Ollie, thanks for filling in again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's good to see you.
Yeah, it's great to see you too
can't
through
really see
two
you.
mic stands,
Can't really see you too well.
some cables and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
At least I have a clear view of Lane.
Yeah.
God.
I don't see Ollie enough.
You know what? I
Jesus.
forgot to put a belt on today.
Oh, what?
I always say like I don't really trust someone without a belt.
Well, yeah, makes sense, right? If the
Right.
if the belt fits or doesn't fit.
I guess I'll just
Wait, what?
go take my own life. Oh wait, I don't have a belt to use. You don't wear pants that need belts, right? You're just a sweatpant
No,
guy.
joggers all the time.
Joggers.
Lululemon in the house.
Lululemon.
You go for the most expensive
represent.
too, right? You're like, if that's $50, it's not expensive enough.
I don't look at the price. I look at what it offers to
I
me.
don't buy that at all.
Uh-huh.
Lane, are you wearing joggers?
Yeah, full on. Straight up, dude. I've converted.
Do you sleep in those jeans?
No, I sleep in boxers usually.
Do you wear a belt
Yeah.
though?
Yeah, oh, when I sleep only.
Does it do any good?
I mean, it helps sometimes.
Keeps your sheets up?
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't wear it around his waist.
I wear a belt every day that I wear jeans.
I do
most
too.
days.
But do you switch around? Well, you don't really wear shorts. See, my problem is I switch from pants to shorts, and I use the same belt.
I use the same belt too when I wear shorts.
'Cause I have a good belt, and I have one that's like, not that good. It's like a backup belt. How about you?
I'm not a belt type of a person.
But if I wear sporty shorts, I don't have a belt.
Sporty shorties?
You know, like
740
some
eyes?
you know those kind of shorts.
Yeah, well, that
Some
don't have belt
Adidas or
loops.
something or whatever.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll wear it's like a elastic belt loop thing that goes between a few of the belt loops and kind of like
What are you talking about?
Wait,
it's kind of like a weird flexible belt.
yeah, it's for sex. Is that what it is? No?
No.
Oh, I thought it straps into your sex swing, and then you're pretty good to go. It's like a stirrups or whatever,
I'm
harness.
not allowed to talk about that out loud.
Out loud, just silently,
Only silently.
or you email people about it.
Yeah. I get so many gnarly emails. Our Slack is just full.
Oh my
of that.
god, I can imagine. You have the retention set for like 3 days because it's so dirty.
Yeah.
That's good
30
stuff.
seconds.
No, he doesn't know how to
30
use.
seconds.
Ollie doesn't know how to use Slack.
Oh, really?
I think I figured it out though.
Oh.
We'll see.
Well, here we are once again. We have a lot of questions. Shall we get right into it?
Yeah,
or do you have
let's
any-
get into the questions.
Okay, let's do it. You know what?
Let's
Let's
do
do
it.
it. Hey guys, we're gonna do it. All right?
Oh, are we going to do any project car updates?
We can
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
By the way, 2 of them are sitting over our shoulders. Your car is there.
Your car
Orange.
is here.
My car's
And
here.
your wheels are there.
My wheels are here. You can't see them on camera. I don't
Are the
think.
new cats in your car?
Meow. No, they're right over there.
I see them. They just need to get welded in.
Yeah, we need to do some work. I had a nightmare. It was a dream, but it turns out it was probably a nightmare that I did the rally, which is coming up December 2nd through the 4th. Yeah. In my station wagon, and it was really sad. I had a visual image of me pulling up to one of like the regroups in my
Bummer.
Mercedes wagon, and I was like, that's so depressing, you know? Be like you and your Polestar.
Yeah. That would not be great.
Be super lame. And, you know, there's a very strong chance that I take the E30 because I've never really driven this car any great distance. So I could get into it and all of a sudden it needs who knows what. But, and I don't really want to shake it down on the rally. I'm not Brian here, you know what I mean? But
Yeah. You don't feel like not being part of the rally?
no, I'd like to complete the rally and have fun and not be like worried or think the car needs some other stuff because it's a well-kept car, but it also hasn't been driven the way that we drive our cars on these events.
Yeah, you'll find new problems.
There's
I know.
definitely teething issues with something like that. That's kind of like my 911, where it's like,
Yeah.
it's a car that's been driven 300 miles a year for 10 years, for the last 15 years.
Yeah, and driven one way.
Yeah, exactly. So you get in it and you're like,
South.
Sure.
sexy.
North.
Sexy
I
stuff.
didn't say one direction.
Oh, I love that band.
So good.
Really good.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
early stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so cats, and
His
then
solo
you're
stuff's
refreshing the
pretty
wheels and tires.
No, just tires. Yeah, I'm throwing some Michelins on it, and cats.
Nice.
Hopefully, it'll
Good
pass
call.
smog, and then I can actually go drive it. But we're coming up here on. It's a month away.
Yeah.
You know, this Friday is 1 month from the start of the rally. So
And we're talking project updates right now.
I see 6 hours worth of work.
yeah. But I'm saying that
It's
once
got to
it's
get done.
once it's done,
Yeah,
that's
then you
one
gotta
thing.
drive it for a
And I have
couple
to
weeks.
Drive it and like actually feel it out.
Yeah.
So. And you know, there's stuff coming up that's I'm out of town 2 weekends in a row, and yada yada yada, and then all of a sudden it'll be here. So that's how
Yep.
it goes.
Yeah, Radwood,
Radwood.
SoCal is coming up.
Atlanta
gonna-
and SoCal back to back.
That's the 15th?
SoCal is the 19th.
19th.
November
Sorry,
19th.
19th.
And you guys are going to SEMA next weekend?
Going to
Yeah.
SEMA. Yep.
Yeah, so Escort is here, not done, not in a time crunch for it. 2002 is down in LA, actually, at Candela Exhaust, getting the, they did the whole tuned header and exhaust thing on the car.
I thought you had a Kugelworks set up.
Kugelworks basically is working with Candela
Oh,
to
okay.
build everything.
Okay.
So Candela is like the production house, but they do like really high-end exhaust for all kinds of different cars. So Forrest basically farmed the work out to Dragos in Southern California. They built the exhaust. It's a little bit loose. The hangers kind of came apart. So he's rebuilding everything. And then I'm flying to SEMA Monday night, Halloween evening, like late after the kids go to bed.
Okay.
It's SEMA on Monday and Tuesday, and then Tuesday night I fly to Los Angeles because I have a meeting.
SEMA
Wait,
doesn't
wait.
start till Tuesday.
You're flying Monday night.
You're talking
Monday
Tuesday,
night,
Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.
Wednesday night I fly to LA. Thursday I have a meeting in LA. Wednesday night when I land in LA, I'm just gonna Uber to Candela and pick up my 2002, and I'll have my 2002 down there for the week that I'll be down there working. Yeah, and then
Wasn't there a
Probably bring
BMW thing on the weekend?
well, yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot about that. SoCal Vintage, a big BMW show that I've never been to in Southern California, is also that weekend. So that's the main reason I sent my 2002 down there.
Yes. Yes.
Lane was saying that we should go to that.
Yeah. We should
You
go
guys
to
are
it.
more than welcome, and I
No,
have a
no,
hotel and everything.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was more of like a, we should go to that. You've never been.
I'm confused.
Uh,
No, I have not.
That's
I'm
surprising.
confused too, Ali. I don't know what "we" means.
You know,
Forrest is going to be
royal
there.
we. That's good.
Forrest
Seems
and
like his folks, his peeps.
yeah, so he's going. I'll be down there. So we'll go Saturday morning, obviously. And I just don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep my 2002 down there because I'm going back down a week later for another series of meetings and then Thanksgiving. So I'll be down there for 2 weeks.
Are you're doing Thanksgiving down south?
Yeah. So, and then it's either I take my I leave my 2002 down there or drive the 2002 home and then take the Targa down there for Thanksgiving.
Got it.
My wife wants me to have the Targa down there because it's more comfortable.
Yeah.
Has air conditioning.
Yeah, for sure. Being in traffic too.
All kids fit in the Targa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah. They
Maybe
totally
another,
fit.
like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, they fit.
It's a long time. Yeah, for sure. All right. So you're a big fan of BMW CCA,
No.
and you're going to support their activation.
Wait, is that the BMW CCA thing?
No, it's like its own organization. SoCal Vintage is its own thing. It's kind of
I was gonna say you might not make it out alive.
These guys are referring to a pretty gnarly post I made about the BMW Car Club of America and how I think they're not valid anymore.
Have they ever been?
Yeah, they had, like, if you remember in the 80s and 90s, especially like in that Radwood era, that BMW CCA was the biggest car club in the world.
No, I get that, but
And it had a lot of influence on like product. They're the ones that brought the E36 lightweight over. They brought like the E36 M3, like they made it a thing here.
I get the influence part of it, and
Right?
and I
like
appreciate
they've
that.
lost all of that. They've lost the credibility and anyways, go ahead.
Well, maybe it's harder to work in the system nowadays that BMW is so huge. Back in the day, it was maybe they were still itching for a market share and
but they
figure it
lost
out.
their opportunity to leverage that influence when they had it.
Yeah, I guess like maybe it's like a Santa Cruz thing, but there's not a lot of I don't know how to put it, but we don't I don't think Lane and I are really dying to be in the PCA or BMW CCA, and
No, nobody wants
always-
to be. That's the whole thing. Is
But
that I
even
think
back in the day,
car
like-
clubs suck in general.
Yeah.
Like all the whole structure. Like people are like writing me after that post. Oh, you should join the board, and like, oh, there's a board seat open. I'll make sure I will definitely nominate you and vote for you. And I'm like, I don't think you guys understand. The whole thing sucks. Like car clubs in general. Like,
But that kind of doesn't that.
But they have an
your argument because you're like, oh, well, I don't want to be part of it. So
well, it's like that thing. It's like
'Cause
I
who
wouldn't
does
be
wanna
part of
be
any
part of
club
it?
that would have me. Like,
yeah, exactly.
But no, but it's not like it is a little bit hypocritical what I'm saying, obviously, because I'm saying like, but I think at the end of the day, my frustration is the fact that they have such an opportunity to do so many cool things, and to BMW corporate is not doing, for example, what Porsche is doing, leveraging their history and their classic division and all of this stuff. BMW has arguably almost as much history as any other make in the world, and they're not doing it. And so the next best thing, and BMW is not going to do it very easily because they're a privately held company. There's a whole
But they have that
thing.
rad clothing brand. So that's cool.
It's Puma. But then BMW CCA has access to all of this history. They have a museum. They have all of this shit. And so why aren't they leveraging that? The car shows that they put on suck. Like Legends of the Autobahn, like pisses me off how much it sucks.
It's so bad.
And so like that's what makes me upset. It's not the fact that like, I don't like the people on the board of the car club or what. I don't even like the concept of a car club. Like it's time to rethink it. And the fact that you have this many members and this much power and this much spending, like this stupid
But do they have
fucking
power?
magazine.
What's the power?
It's not like real influence. They don't have influence. They just have power because they have this system in place that's generating a bunch of revenue, and they're just throwing it at stupid shit that people throw right in the trash bin, like magazines. Like take that energy, take the entire team that is making magazines for you, fire all of them or repurpose all of them and say,
take them.
Well, no, take
fire them.
every dollar that's there and shore up all of the amazing creators that are sitting on YouTube doing E30 swaps and like building stuff out and build the community that way.
You know what it almost sounds like is someone that has these ideas needs to be in a position of power.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It kind of sounds like that.
Yeah.
No. I'm not even. I have my own position of power right now in my day job, and
Oh, you hear that?
that's
Lade?
enough of that.
But that is the thing. Like I think that's part of it. It's like if you like complain that like the club's all old white people, that's because those are the people that want to be in that club like that.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's like that is literally like
That's what they're into.
that's what they're into is being old white people in a club and being like, oh, we're going to a board meeting, Susie. Come on, grab your business cards, and then we're gonna go on a drive to a winery.
Drive straight
it's like-
home on a Sunday, and that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, I think this has kind of motivated me. I was going to talk to Lane and you guys about this, but I think we should do like a little pop-up car show thing in the afternoon of Legends at like Steven's shop at Veloce Media or whatever. And just do, you guys are talking about leveraging the Carmel Trophy thing.
Yeah.
We just do a Carmel Trophy pop-up and just choose some of the best cars from Legends plus some of our friends' cars and just do like a little random pop-up show. But
We've been talking about doing
heavy
that.
influence water-cooled Volkswagens, heavy influence from Japanese cars, the stuff that's really like always underrepresented during Car Week, bring it all out.
I like it. We've been talking about doing a Cars and Coffee for DWA, but everyone's spread so thin that it's hard to find the time.
I mean, that's kind of
Especially now, you guys are...
But that is a cool idea. It's basically like a curated, rather than Cars and Coffee. It's a DWA. It could be like more of a car show.
Yeah,
where it's like really curated.
Exactly.
And
it's hard to get people to commit to that week for whatever reason. You think that everyone's there and doing it, but they're spread so thin that everyone's got their own fragmented schedules.
That's okay. I can, even if you do, so if you do the first, like, Luft was kind of done perfectly, where it was like just a few friends with some really high quality cars. I have enough friends to fill Steven's parking lot with like cool cars.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at
on
just
a
that
Thursday
space,
afternoon after Legends, like I say, hey, so and so, like my 10 best cars from Legends plus a couple of like random cars that we have in our community, just show up in the parking lot and we'll set it up and I'll have a taco truck.
Yeah. That sounds fun.
Carmel Trophy Invitational.
Mm-hmm.
More to come.
Super exclusive.
Until then, how about we answer some questions, huh?
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it, man.
16 minutes in.
Adam Clicks says, I'm probably too late. No, Adam. First question. But dog or cat, why?
Kitty cat. Hey, kitty.
We have 2 cats, and they are both a pain in the ass, and I'm leaning dog.
Whoa.
They just are always hungry, always want to go out, always want to come back in, always just...
Oh, your cats are indoor-outdoor cats?
They're indoor-outdoor. And we don't have a door that allows them to go outside from the house because that would allow
raccoons
and stuff in.
Yeah.
So we have to open the door for them, and then at like...
How's that different from a dog, though?
Yeah.
Well, because dogs you take on walks, and they're kind of like...
Yeah, but that means you have to actually like go on the walk.
Which is not bad. That's a good thing. Okay.
I enjoy my 6:45 a.m. walk every morning with Mario.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Take little Mario out there, 6:45?
Every morning, 6:45.
How far
Mario
do you go?
needs to go like 2 houses, and
We do a little neighborhood block.
1 block.
Yeah. No, sorry. It's like a long block. Do a big square out of a long block.
Yeah.
In the neighborhood.
Pull a little circle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Squircle.
You got a cat?
I have a cat. I like my cat.
How often do you walk your cat?
Never walk my cat. It's actually, we have an indoor cat, but he just gets out every day.
I don't think that's an indoor cat.
So I don't have to like deal with letting my cat out.
But does he like scratch at the door to get out?
No.
And does he have an indoor litter box?
Yes.
See, that's not great either because you have like both things to deal with, right? Like
What?
have him come back at the end of the day.
Well, I'm saying he gets out every day. He doesn't
The
get out
easy
every
answer
day,
is
but
dog. Let's go to
he
the
gets
next one.
out. He gets out a lot.
No,
because
dogs are a pain in the ass too.
But I like having a cat. He's pretty mellow. He doesn't mess with me. He's kind of scared of me, but then every once in a while I feed him and he'll like me.
The child that Lane's always wanted.
He's cool. He just chills. He's really mellow. I pick him up, put him on Phoebe's bed to sleep, and he just loves Phoebe and follows her around everywhere. He's super cool. Dogs are cool, but they are like way more work, dude. Cats are so easy. We leave on a trip for like 2 days. We can just put a lot of food. He's totally cool, dude.
What about the litter box overflowing or anything
It doesn't
like that?
overflow. He's a little tiny cat, dude.
Kitty cat.
Yeah, he's a little kitty cat.
Our cats would just eat themselves to death.
Oh, our cat's like, you've seen our cat.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
super skinny little guy, dude. Yeah, and I swear he eats a ton. But yeah, and then I've never personally, I had a dog when I was a kid, Old English sheepdog, named Lovey.
Sweet.
But I haven't owned as like an adult or old, teen. I never had a dog, but I lived with my brother who had a bloodhound.
Oh yeah, Banjo.
And Banjo, 130-pound bloodhound. And he bought him. He got him when he was 3 months old or something like that. So he was a little puppy. And I lived with Shane the whole time, and it sucked, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a rad dog. He's so nice and everything, but you have to go on walks. It's like, and then he has like medical issues, and there's the cancer and
the
tumors
other thing too,
and
that people don't think about much is other dogs.
Dude, he got bit 3 times by little tiny dogs like Mario, bigger than Mario. Mario wouldn't do shit, but
it's true.
But biting his big old ears.
Yeah.
And then he'd have them sewn up.
Flop dog, millionaire.
Dude.
Yeah.
All right.
It's tough.
Dogs are cool, and dogs smell, dude.
They do. They smell.
Cats don't smell.
No, they don't. All right.
And they clean themselves. You have to clean a dog.
Yeah, wash them.
Groom buggy.
This guy's figured it out.
Yeah.
The tech option. Ofuks911 says, when driving into or out of a car meet, what's your face look like? Smiling at people, waving, serious look?
Whoa.
Smiles for miles, bro.
I'm trying to think.
For miles.
I keep it pretty chill, I keep it pretty cool. I'm like, peace out.
Peace out, yeah.
Peace out, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like,
I flip everyone off.
Yeah.
And I burn rubber
hell yeah, dude.
as hard as I can.
Straight party animal.
Atypical driver says, rally prep time. What is your must-have item to bring on a rally? Specific tool, quart of oil, favorite t-shirt? Besides beef jerky, of course. Second, what is one thing you wish you had on a past rally that you needed?
I just realized our overhead lights are really bright because they're like, it's like I'm staring at the sun, and we don't have our fill lights on. So you're in shadow. I'm probably in shadow.
I think we'll make it work.
We'll make it work. What's the best thing to bring on a rally, and what's something we failed to bring on one that you missed?
I missed a clutch pedal on the last rally.
Okay.
That's hard to bring, but I didn't really want for much in my rally couch. I had a new M5 and it was glorious.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't think it means the past rally. It's past rallies, right? Or is it?
On a past rally.
Okay,
you're right.
okay.
Air conditioning.
That's a nice thing to bring. I forgot it. I forgot it.
I think it's every time.
I think something I forgot on the past rally that would have been easy would have been a distributor cap and rotor.
That was in the Escort.
Good spare to have, easy to pack, like lightweight. And then the thing that I will never do a rally without is a portable compressor and a tire plug kit.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
good call. I on one of the Sierra rallies, it was like 100 degrees. Sierra rally before last. And a bunch of people were smart, and they brought little coolers for just the, put behind the front seat in the little area. Yeah. And that I really was bummed I didn't have that on that rally. Just to have some like somewhat cold drinks, even if they're like not freezing.
Especially
but
you crush drinks. You need a fucking 12-pack of LaCroix for the
boys, dude.
Yeah, that's a good call, actually. And you could put some other little snicky snacks in there. Like, Ollie, do you like snacks at all?
I do. My mouth is like full of.
He's been eating the entire time.
I do.
Oh, dude.
And he's in open.
No.
thing of
I
cookies.
do. I do the cooler thing in the passenger seat too. Definitely.
So good.
Yeah.
I think I
I do
need
a
to invest.
Yeti like soft-sided cooler.
I was
so
just
it
gonna say, I
doesn't,
think I
like-
need to invest in a soft-sided cooler.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
Yeti,
on
but-
the last CRR that we did when we went to Paso,
Yeah.
I did not bring a jacket.
Well, you're just an idiot.
And that was a very bad move on my part. So every driver's
weird.
morning
By the way-
meeting, I was just freezing,
For
dude.
the listeners and viewers, it was December.
Yeah, and it was freezing.
Yes, it was icy in the mornings.
And I was cold not having a jacket.
God, I can't even hang.
It was like really miserable, dude.
You've done that a few times where you're like,
and at night too, like I was like,
yeah. The hottest trip ever doesn't bring shorts. The coldest trip ever,
Did
no
you guys
jacket.
release the hotels and everything for?
yeah, dude.
Yeah. I emailed you, and I put it on Patreon.
Jesus Christ! I need to book. Can you please make
Yes,
sure
I'll
I
make
book
sure.
my?
You're
Yeah.
fine. You're fine. It's like, yeah, it's all good. Sweet Boy Products says, when you were in high school, what was the coolest car in the parking lot? We've talked about this before, but mine was
Is Sweet Boy who sent us those cool logbooks?
Yeah, those journals.
yeah.
Thank you, Sweet Boy.
Thanks. Thanks, little Sweet Boy.
You're a cute little guy. His logo is kind of like the Pringles man.
Yeah, it
See
totally
that
is.
little Sweet Boy right there. Ollie, are you passing out from
What
glucose? or
is
what's going on?
that? Dude?
That's- check out Sweet Boy Automotive Store on Instagram, Sweet Boy Products. Chris Ramsey had a 1961 Impala bubble top. It was white with
that thing was awesome.
red coves or whatever they call the stripes. And it not only was it a really cool looking car and rare and unique, it was one of the fastest cars in town. So manual transmission, could drag race at 4
Dave's
lanes
Cuda
pretty
was
well.
sick too.
Dave's Cuda was super cool, but I mean, if I had to pick between the two, there's
Yeah.
not much of a competition there. So that was mine. 61 Impala bubble top.
There
Forest
was-
Nova was pretty rad too.
Yes.
There were in my school, there were 4 cars that like everybody talked about. One was the photography teacher's.
If you want to just pick one, that'd be good. It's fine.
As Warren said too.
I said, no, you said Dave's Barracuda was
That's
cool.
true.
Really
Yeah,
nice Toyota 4Runner that he built out. Super nice, whatever. There was a
was like a
64,
1998 or
I
something.
think it was 64, 65 GTO convertible lowrider.
Okay. Weird choice for a lowrider, but okay.
It was nice.
It was a weird choice, but it did giant burnouts because of the little 13-inch tires.
Uh-huh.
13.
3.2s, running 3.2s or what?
By the way, very, very white young man driving it.
He wasn't an old boy.
This was a school of mainly white people.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Caucasians like yourself.
Caucasians. One of my friends, Rick, had this car that he built with his dad, who was a hot rod builder, and it was a '67 Chevelle with a big block that, like, they specifically built to win burnout contests. It was beautiful. That was the nicest car, but the coolest car, the one that I was in love with the most, was an extended cab, like 87-ish Toyota truck with a tandem rear axle with the like totally like crazy rad like mini truck graphics and like
I've
speakers in the bed and like
Wow.
that whole thing.
That's
it was
cool.
white with like pink and blue graphics, like splash graphics on the side.
Yeah.
Camper shelf, bed was full of speakers.
Sounds pretty tight.
Yeah.
I like it.
And then I went to a different school in Warren, and
Bunch of
our
cougars.
friend Mark Christie had a 68 911. Jeff had a TR3A.
Just trying to whittle it down to one would be good.
Forrest Crowell had an E30 M3.
That's nice.
And
Anything
then,
else?
John Ritchie had a 57 Chevy.
That's cool.
This is the prep
Marvin
school.
Christie had a 69 Camaro. John Bullock had a 65 GTO.
Coolest.
I don't know, dude. There was a bunch of. I
Anything
mean, there was
cool in
just a.
junior high.
Huh?
Yeah, really.
Yeah. There was
The coolest that car in high school by far was our science teacher. Was this little old lady that raced 356s.
All right, that's really.
She
cool.
never brought any Porsches to work, but she had
Oh, well-
picture or to school. But
It's not at school.
I mean, you
dude.
saw
And it's a
pictures.
teacher's car?
I know. You can't go
God.
to teachers, dude.
Anyways,
One time my friend's dad came to pick us up.
okay. Next question, please. Thank you.
Okay, that's it. I don't have an answer for this next one, but maybe you guys do. Ben Roget says, "What's your favorite automotive conspiracy theory?"
Oh, I have one.
Okay, go.
The fact that the LFA has to have a digital screen.
Yeah.
It has to have a digital screen because needles can't move fast.
But that's not a
enough to keep-
conspiracy theory. It's a
marketing
Jeremy
thing?
Clarkson.
It's a Jeremy
It was
Clarkson
just
like
Jeremy. It was
fact.
Lexus never said that. It was
Yeah.
just Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
That's
there.
stupido.
Do you have one?
Conspiracy theory. That would be like
the EV1.
like that's like I don't know the story of the EV1. I don't
Yeah.
care about that car.
Yeah,
Killed the electric car.
Yeah, that's a good
yeah,
story.
Yeah.
What about racing? There's like a lot of racing conspiracies. You know, like rules that were made for certain cars or to kick cars
yeah.
out and stuff like that.
F1, like making rules for Ferrari.
Yeah.
There's also like Porsche never putting a powerful engine in the other cars because they don't want to beat the 911 or whatever. But is that a conspiracy theory? I don't.
Seems like just fact.
Yeah, it's just kind of
Well, how they
fact,
geared the GT4 to be exactly in between the GT3
and they wouldn't put LSDs in their like
Yeah.
mid-engine cars because they want to be faster. I don't know. I don't know any. There's probably some good ones, but I don't know.
Okay. Mig_great motoring says, "Will there ever be track days while awesome for grassroots peeps?" Dude, we've tried to crack this nut a few different ways. It takes time, and I don't want
quite
to say
complicated.
I don't want to say no. I really would love to add that to our repertoire, but right now it's hard.
It's
to
very
imagine.
difficult.
It takes a lot of time.
I was almost there with the retro sporting thing, but it just the partner that we were trying to do it with was just the wrong type of partner for this culture, for this community. So it just takes, you have to kind of get together with like a Hooked on Driving or an organization that's already doing track days, that already has everything in play, and then figure out how to get the occasional run group once a year at one of their events to build some credibility, do that a few times, and then always be sold out on the run group. And if you're sold out every single time on the run group, you'll get more track time.
What would be your car you would take right now if you're going to do a track day? Like if the Escort was completely, dialed. And,
I would take the Escort for sure, just because I want to learn how to drive it.
Yeah.
And if I had the brakes done on the 2002, I would take the 2002.
Because we've been offered track days up at Sonoma with friends that had a pretty good access and a lot of room on the run group. Essentially, it'd be like our private run group.
Yeah.
And we just haven't gotten our stuff together to make it happen.
Let me know the next time you're offered something like that, and depending on the timing, I could probably help arrange.
I feel like you were in on that conversation. Maybe not. Maybe that was on that other chat.
That was a different.
I don't know.
Okay. Richard Chen says, stereotyping time. What brand, make, or model has had the biggest change in the kinds of people who own them? I have one. Alfa Romeo.
Oh yeah.
It used to be kind of a quirky motorsport-inspired buyer who was making a choice out of like kind of a high-strung Italian machine.
It was probably a guy or girl that was into Formula One, watched all this stuff, like
Traveled
had
to
leather
Europe,
driving gloves,
had to travel to Europe.
and they really liked them when they were in Italy or something like that.
Yep. And you were making a choice outside of the norm. It wasn't the most logical choice. It wasn't the cheapest choice.
still not.
Still not. But now their product offering is like, they have one performance car really, other than I guess they make a Stelvio that has.
Do they make
performance.
the 4C still?
Oh, I was thinking the
You're talking about the
Quadrifoglio
thing.
but the Giulia. But anyways, I think now it's like I don't even know the buyer. Like what is a buyer of a modern Alfa? It's a strange choice.
I don't know.
It's
a
just
tough
it's like the M3 buyer that wants to be different.
Yeah, exactly. It's the Aston Martin buyer on a budget. They want to be outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't even know if they would be aware of the history of the company at all. A Giulia buyer or a Stelvio buyer, like it's just a car that looks cool. You know,
the M3 buyer that's buying the Stelvio or whatever, totally.
Yeah.
Or the Macan buyer that's getting into a Stelvio.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't have a great answer because, like, if you think about the type of person that, man, think about Mercedes maybe, but it's the same kind of people.
I kind of
It's
think
the same, like even Cadillac. You think about car companies that have changed so much.
I think Subaru.
yeah.
I think if
Subaru's
you
actually
go
a good
far
one.
enough back, you're like Subaru is the most quirky, weird car thing. You know, like you're almost like a Saab buyer, right? In a lot of ways, you're
Back
a
in the
Saab
day.
person, and now it's just straight up like middle. It's like it's granola still a little bit, but it kind of isn't. It's just like any mom, any you
And
know.
now it's like Consumer Reports #1.
Yeah, it's like a person that was
crossover.
buying a Camry before,
Yeah.
or you know, a Honda Accord or something like that.
That's a good one. Yeah. What about something like Volvo, where it used to be just the nerdiest professor?
It was very
like
It was
kinda
very Santa Cruz.
quirky Santa Cruz,
Yeah.
Seattle kind of
Birkenstocks.
person, and now it's like they're almost tech heavy.
Yeah, I don't even know who the market is for
I know.
Volvo
I
now.
feel like it's lost that. a
Rolls
lot.
Royce, maybe.
It's
harder
not
to-
the same buyer. It's just ultra
Like
rich people from
Harder to
like,
quantify
Old
because of
rich white dudes, and now it's like all like
old rich Chinese people.
Persian
old
dudes.
rich Middle Eastern and hip hop people.
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I think
They're
that's
young, rich Middle East. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's
It's a
probably
good,
closer.
thought-provoking question, Richard, and we don't have a good
I
answer.
have really good answers. What? Then like Acura, like Acura used to be sort of like a younger, yuppie-ish kind of first good car that someone would buy, and now it feels like sort of a boring brand in some ways. And then, whoa, what is
Yeah,
that? A
I think
Buick?
Acura is like a fallback car.
Now it is.
It's like the car you're like, oh, they have a good lease deal, and I heard
Yeah.
that thing's all right.
Although I saw the new A-type or A-spec. What do they call it? A-spec
A-Spec is a thing.
sedan, whatever sedan.
Whatever sedan it
ILX?
was. Okay.
ILX.
I don't know.
Didn't we drive one? No, we drove the SUV. I don't know. Anyways, look good.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Look not bad.
Yeah, they do look pretty good.
Reg Tanj says, though there were some variety, it was obvious that Porsche was the most represented brand in the last Cars and Coffee I went to here in Virginia. In your opinion, is the brand, or the 911 for that matter, overplayed? And seeing so many Porsches on the road, does it lessen its appeal to you, excluding Warren? Side note, I was quite ecstatic to be one of only 2 Corrado owners that day.
What?
So by the way, you're speaking to 2 911 owners here.
Wait a second. Where is he?
Virginia.
Virginia.
So you think it's bad there? Come to California to a Cars and Coffee, first of all,
Or a rally.
or a rally. But I think there's so much variety that if it's an older 911, there's generally enough there's enough special about every individual car to make it interesting. But maybe I'm just seeing it through my own lens. I don't know.
I mean, you should see it through your own lens.
I guess.
Is you
But
only have one
see-
lens, bro.
Yeah. But I could say the same thing about like 2002s. Like every time I go to the new Class and Cafe, there's at least a couple of new 2002s there, and it looks exactly like the 2002 next to it. But I still like slow down and look at it, and like,
Yeah.
so I think
when you boil it down, there's only so many like enthusiast cars out there for like said purpose of like carving back roads, let's say. And having, it's like when we go to look for cars, you're kind of like, well, what am I actually like?
and there are
My
only so many
budget's
that
this.
last
Like,
this
how many
long.
cars are there that I'm actually going to look at, right?
Yeah, and
And the list is pretty
reputation-
short.
And the reputation speaks for itself on rallies and on performance driving, track days. They make a good car,
And
not
that,
without flaws, but
yeah. And that being said, like, but what would I like to see more of? It's like, like if you look at like our Morning Motors events, let's say,
yeah.
Porsche's probably pretty dominant.
I mean, I would like to see more vintagey Mercedes, but I don't know
But
how many.
good luck, like
I know.
getting the fuel injection to work and stuff
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Right?
Water cooled Volkswagens
Yeah, water-cooled Volkswagens
Yeah.
I'm down with.
for sure.
Yeah.
Like more GTIs,
Yeah,
more
yeah.
Corrados,
More Vanagons.
Passats.
That's all a product too of like
Vanagons.
Porsches of like 911 like is the best example, but always been expensive, never really dipped below a certain price threshold, always kept in nice condition, survived, right? Volkswagens, they were taught. They were.
I mean, that's
tossed.
another
They
reason
were-
that there are
they
so many
rusted out
911s
and-
around and so many E30s and so many of these like kind of high watermark cars is because they last.
Mm-hmm.
And they are special enough to where people want to make them last.
Well, I think that's the 911 is that it was cherished from day one for the most part.
Yeah.
996 aside, but basically they were special cars from the minute they were bought, and they've kind of kept that way.
Every single person that bought a 911 new was very proud of what they bought.
Yep.
And most of them survived. So,
And they were probably somewhat an enthusiast, a car enthusiast.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
but yeah, we don't want to see 100 911s at Morning Motors or on a rally. Definitely not. So variety is the spice of life. And I'm glad you have a Corrado. Alex Stadel says Ghostbusters 1 or Ghostbusters 2?
Dude, I don't even remember 2.
2's the one where the painting comes alive and it's the gnarly dude and the lava in the ground and all that stuff. Or the
But I don't remember. I just don't
plasma
remember
in the
it.
ground.
Number 1 is awesome. Number
One's
1.
awesome. I know.
Number 1 has, Bill Murray with the whole shocking,
Still Bill Murray in the 2.
I know, but that scene, when you're like introduced to him, and he's doing the whole test with the guy and the girl, and the guy's getting all of them right, and he's saying no and shocking him.
Yeah.
It's so good, dude.
Good. It's very good.
I love one.
They're both pretty good. At first, when I read the question, I thought he was talking about the remakes, like the all-female cast.
Yeah.
And actually, the one with Paul Rudd, the very latest one, is really good. But
Yeah, that one's good.
I think it's
all female one's a little underrated, probably.
I haven't seen
Kind
it.
of watchable.
I didn't see it. But I will say 2 holds up pretty well. So give it a try.
Okay.
Lane?
Okay.
It is Halloween.
Yeah. They are.
Actually, I was
ghosts.
thinking of Ghostbusters.
So is that a Halloween movie? I don't think it's a Halloween movie, but
I think it works.
I looked up a thing of like best Halloween movies to watch, and that was on the list.
Is it a
I just don't
camping
consider
movie?
it a Halloween movie.
Because of the marshmallow?
Oh, God.
Oh, that was the worst scene in the new one, though.
Oh, God.
When they're in the store and all the little marshmallows are coming alive.
Like creepy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Do you think Ghostbusters 1 is 6-year-old appropriate? It's got some language, huh? Like,
no.
it's a little dirty, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's a little gnarly.
It's not the length. It's
think
more
it's the
like the
scariness.
scene with the ghouls and that whole thing.
Yeah.
The rooftop scene.
The rooftop. Yeah.
With those like gargoyle things that run,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
dogs, gargoyle dogs.
But in reality, it's so not real
I know.
looking or anything.
know.
It's like, I think it would probably be fine.
Yeah, I think so too. Living in Van Nostalgia asks, when is it appropriate or expected to participate in a fun rally with the top down if you have a roadster or convertible? I think anytime the sun's out there,
Sun's out,
buns out.
buns out. Yeah.
Yeah. I did one of the rallies in the Targa, and I had the top down as many
Moons as you.
Moons as I
As
could.
buns are out. Dieter has an SL, an R129, and I think it's perfect for that top down motoring.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, I would rock it anytime the weather was good, right?
The Volbro says, when it comes to owning multiple cars, at what number does it start being considered as excessive and can no longer be justified as practical? Asking for a friend.
How do you define practical?
I mean, practical is probably after one car.
Sit up, this guy. He comes in for the mic drop. Anyways, that's all I have to say. But also this.
no, but like, what does that even
practical's
mean?
after like one car, right?
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Well, no, you can have I think you could have a daily and a fun car. That's fine.
still not practical, but yeah.
No, it is. I mean, because your fun car wouldn't be practical if that's all you had.
But your daily would be.
Yeah, but that wouldn't be fun.
I know.
You have to. You
But
could have
it's
use
practical.
case. That's considered totally normal and commonplace to have a fun car in addition to a commonplace.
To some people, they would say it was.
To most Americans. Now, if you're
such as the Iraqs,
I'm just saying, if you're in, some other country, it may not be as practical, Japan.
so 2 cars.
2 cars is fine. Now, then you're adding a beater car on the side, or maybe a truck.
Or maybe you have like 8 Volvos.
That's not practical. Can't do that. Your neighbors will hate you. You're going to cause a scene. And also, do unto others, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you think Volvos are cool and acceptable. Maybe I'm using Volvos as the wrong example, but imagine if there's a dude who has just Firebirds, and there's like the beatdown
Pretty
one
cool
and
guy. Pretty cool guy.
I want to know his hairdresser.
I don't know about this guy.
All right, can we get to the next question, please?
How many cars?
2, man. 2.
How many do you have?
2. Next question.
I don't like them at all. Diadobro.
Dua Lipa?
Diadobro.
Dia Lupu?
What's your least favorite grocery item to transport home from the store in your car? I bought a rotisserie chicken in the morning, and I know my car is going to be smelly the next time I get in it.
There's only one answer.
What?
Lane, go ahead, please.
I don't know, dude.
Watermelon.
Wait, that's the worst
Because it's rolling around?
Rolling around all over the place, bro.
At least the rotisserie chicken, you have to get it in a bag. You can't just have it in the cart, the carton.
I'm trying to think of any like accidents I've had.
One time I had a carton of milk, a gallon of milk,
bad, yeah.
and it had like milk scuzz from the shelf it came off of, and I put it on like the seat, I think.
It's not great.
And there's milk scuzz on my seat.
Mm-hmm.
Has that ever happened to you?
No.
You don't shop, do you?
No.
I mean, dude, I actually went to Whole Foods the other day. It was the first time I had been in there, maybe in a supermarket since like pre-pandemic.
What? Who are you?
And I went in there and I was tripping out, dude.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
How do you not go shopping?
I don't know.
Like
I
food.
use it.
All the time?
Yeah.
You never go and say like, hey, I'm going to the store.
Weird.
Dang, dude.
This guy.
Never been, dude.
How do you do that to your wife?
I don't do it to her. I just come home and there's food there. It's like a fairy put it there.
Dude, this guy.
Look at him.
Good job.
What year is it at your house?
Whoa, wow.
It's like 1970? This is rad.
Impressive.
And then Art doesn't go to the store either because of germs.
Yeah.
So you and Art are just like, well, at least Art does the work.
I think I went to Safeway not too long ago, but
Maybe that's why you're.
this is the first time I've been to Whole Foods for sure in the last like
I'm like
3
probably
years.
I mean, I definitely don't shop for the house all the time, but once a month I'm going to the store and doing like today I went to Trader Joe's and bought $80 worth of shit.
What? $80 whole dollars? Would you get 3 things?
Which is like 3 bags of food at
We do
Trader
Trader
Joe's.
Joe's.
TJ's is pretty good.
We
You
do
get a lot for your
Trader
money.
Joe's about once a month.
Well, I spent $100 at Whole Foods and
Got
I
2
had like
things?
nothing.
Yeah.
You got like a watermelon juice.
And by the way, I like when people
the
are like,
entrance
whole
fee?
paycheck. It's not whole paycheck. It's not that expensive. Dude, I
really
went
bad.
there. It was like so
It's really
expensive.
bad.
Dude. Yeah.
Wheelie Dan says, which body style best represents each decade? For example, 60s equals roadsters.
I kind of like that question. I would definitely say, I think
70s is like
70s is big
Compact
boats.
sedan. What are
Oh,
you
really?
talking
Oh,
about?
I mean, you can go either way.
70s
No,
was like the
boats.
fuel crisis. Was
Well,
like
late 70s,
Yeah,
early
but
70s.
I think of like big old huge boats like
Yeah.
Lincolns.
So they're
and-
making these giant
Yeah,
tanks.
sure.
Yeah.
And I
Like-
think 50s is coupes, like big coupes.
Oh, like
Caddies,
like,
Lincolns.
and even 57 Chevys
Yep.
and that
Big
kind of
coupe.
thing. Yeah,
60s, I like 60s roadsters.
Roadster's good.
sure.
I think 80s is I think sports coupe is pretty good in the 80s. When you think like 944, 300 ZX, RX-7s, Testarossas, Mitsubishi, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
A lot of cool Ferrari 308s. Like it's all these like sports coupes and stuff.
Yep.
90s, I want to say
Sedan.
sports sedan
Yeah.
or
it's
sedans in general, but like
like LS400.
sports
M5.
M5,
S-Class.
E30 or E36 M3s, M5 E39,
Yeah.
and then 2000s.
Truck? Is it the dawn of the
That'd be pretty good, like SUV. It's
SUV?
the
excursions and Escalades.
but smaller stuff too, like
Yeah,
Ford
yeah.
Explorers, Jeep
Yep.
Grand Cherokees,
Lexus.
yeah, Lexus RX.
Yeah.
And then what's 2010s? Kind of nothing.
Supercars. Hypercar BS. Or just the most boring
Prius. It's like straight up Prius.
Yeah. Pretty much. I think we
Yeah.
did pretty good.
Prius.
Okay. Good job. Thank you.
And I'm gonna claim. Actually, no. The 2010s is the Model S. I'll claim that.
God,
Thank you.
get out of here.
Stop, dude. It came
For-
out in 12 or something.
For one state, maybe.
Yeah, it came out in 12,
13,
and it's like
12,
it wasn't
12,
that
13.
popular.
And it's not
Most
anywhere.
important car of the last 100 years.
Stop.
Keep going.
You stop, dude.
Holy cow.
Get out of here.
All right. Big Fat Flip says, not quite in the DWA wheelhouse, but what's the best driving mid-size 7-seater SUV currently on the market for $50,000 to $60,000? I I guess under 60 would be the way to look at it.
He hit me up earlier because the answer is Telluride.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not bad. Does it drive pretty well? I've never driven
drives
one.
great.
I'm sure it's fine. They're all
It
fine.
actually handles pretty well.
It's funny. He's
I
going from
agree.
the CX-9, which I would have recommended because I just drove a CX-9 for the weekend, and it's a good, well-built
CX-9 is nice. He has a CX-9.
That's what I know, but saying they want to get rid of it. So
He wants something a little bigger.
yeah,
I think Telluride's a good choice. It actually drives pretty well. Like there's nothing really wrong with the Telluride. It's just a really good all-around vehicle. Has crazy amount of features for what it is, and it's right in that wheelhouse.
I like it.
You also have like Honda Pilots. You have like some other stuff right there, but they're all kind of like behind. Although Honda Pilot, a new one's coming out.
Telluride's a good choice.
Yeah.
Forrest Kugelworks says, when asked what other marque could pull off a Luft-style show, how come no one said Datsun?
You're crazy, Forrest.
It's got a healthy enthusiast community and an eclectic mix of cars. Modified Z cars, roadsters to wagons to mini trucks, and a hard cutoff at 1986 Ferrari. I
like that he
don't
hates
disagree
on
with
the
him.
Ferrari answer. But dude,
It has to be a car that's still
But
in
the
production.
problem is that no, it doesn't.
I think it does.
No, it doesn't. The problem
It has to be
is
something
that there aren't
I do
as
think-
many high quality Datsuns built. There's
Ever?
like 7
Ever.
great Z's out there.
High quality and Datsun doesn't go together.
dude.
No, but
Well,
like,
think about like the group. Like you have
dude,
Z
we
car.
could put on a Luft quality show within 10 miles of this place.
Of what?
Porsches.
Of just Porsches.
Porsches. Yeah.
Right?
Right.
You couldn't put a Luft quality show
No, it would have to be a national
for
like
Datsun.
search
You'd have to bring like cars from all over the country.
and world.
Whatever. Like you would have a better time finding old Mercedes or old BMWs or something.
I still
like
think
that.
you're
Like,
discounting the fact that Luft isn't just about the cars. It is a brand that is still thriving, successful in all
I
of the
think that's what
Yeah,
the
you're right.
enthusiasm is built
That's
on
what I'm
people in
saying.
new Porsches going to
That's-
look at old Porsches.
That's what
yes.
I'm saying is that
fine.
you're
You're
trying
right,
to
yeah.
advertise
I
to
agree
Datsun
with you.
people, and they're like, well, what's a
I agree.
Datsun?
There's
What
no
even
reason to
is a
yell at me
Datsun?
anymore.
You
Yeah.
yelled at me first.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, Forrest. You're completely wrong. I hate to say it.
You're out of your element, Forrest.
You're out of your element.
I love you.
John Rise says, what car would you pick from the year of your birth with only your age times $10,000? Example, I turned 38 this year, so I could have a $38,000 car from 1984.
Oh, this is so good.
Oh my God. Well, the bummer is like we were born in such a crappy year of cars. 1980 for me. You're 1961. What's your date?
1979. So I have a $42,000 1979 car.
And I have a 40.
I mean, I'm a Porsche guy, so there's some good Porsches in 1979. So
yeah.
$42,000. I'm a little shy of those Porsches, most of them. So I'll take but there is one good one.
914?
928.
914,
I could buy a really nice 1979 928 Euro Pasha seats.
Yeah.
I'll get like Gen just got like that killer light metallic green
Nice screen.
Pasha seats.
What year was the last year for the 914?
That was 1976.
76. Okay. Ollie, what about you? What's your
1975.
75. So how old are you?
47
So he's big
years
bumper
old,
boy.
so
That's what we call him.
47,000.
Big bumper boy.
That's right.
I would do a 75 2002 TII in a nice cool color.
Okay.
Super clean and stock.
How much money does that make?
Square
you?
tails.
Square tail lights.
How much money is 47,000?
That'll get you a really, really good, clean square tail light 2002 TII.
Yeah.
Like a really good
It
one.
would get you a really
Yeah.
good one.
That's
Like
good.
one that's like, oh wow, look how clean this thing is.
And that is pre-smog, which is nice.
And it's fun.
You're the only one that's pre-smog.
yeah.
We're all having a smogger car. It's all
God.
miserable. We're like this guy over here.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Because I couldn't get a cool enough 911 for 47,000.
no.
Yeah. I would.
914 2-liter would be kind of rad.
That's good. Yeah.
But I think a 2002 TII in like a fun color, like one of those greens or one of those fun blues or Inca orange
Yep.
with the mags, it would look really good.
1980. $42,000. Could
Or
I get
an
it?
E9.
Yeah. Could I get an Alpina E12 for
Yeah.
$42,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Good
what I would
call.
look for. Maybe a turbo. perfect E12 manual Euro. Yeah.
Probably don't want a turbo, right?
I would say a GTI, Euro GTI, but it wouldn't be that expensive. I'd leave a lot of money on the table.
You can buy I'm sure you can spend that if you want to.
30 grand. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
I think by the time you got it here and got it all sorted, put a 2-liter motor in it, like all that stuff.
Yeah. Put a Callaway turbo on it.
Seller Cars says, I know it's played out question, but we are ever evolving mammals with ever changing interests and requirements. So let's hear your optimal 5-car solution. I'm so sorry, Seller Cars. That might be we'll have to get to it later.
Dude, we have to do one of the challenges again.
I know.
Because we talked about on the other, like I went and looked at our list. By the way, everyone, we talked about this a few episodes
you need to
ago.
put it on Patreon.
It's on our website still.
Oh, like way back.
Yeah. So we have in 2014, we did What Would You Buy for the price of this E30 M3 that sold on Bring a Trailer. It was 58 grand, I believe. What 5 cars would you buy instead of that? So we all came up with lists. It was 5 cars each that equaled 58 grand. And go look at how much prices have changed since 2014. I think it was in our first 3 blog posts on the DWA website. And just a little, just to give you an idea, our friend Connor, who came up with the name Driving While Awesome, was on that show. He had every generation M5 and a BMW motorcycle. So everything up to an E60. So it was, E28, E34, E39, E60 M5s, and a BMW motorcycle for
all
less
black.
than 58 grand.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Black.
Yep.
I had what did I have?
Well, hey, they
Go
can
check
find
the
it on the
website.
website.
Go check the website.
Yeah.
Ditto's dad said, with the upcoming Coastal Range Rally revival in Paso again, can you divulge any exciting changes to this year's routes? Well, I can tell you that the first stretch we've never done on a rally before.
Whoa.
I can't tell you what it is, but it's never been done on a Coastal Range Rally.
I'll find out, listeners, and I will not tell you.
And we have some roads that we've done before, but going the opposite direction, which I think will be even better for these few roads. But it's always about the camaraderie, really.
Any yellow Carrera GT sightings?
Oh,
Maybe.
we'll
Are
see.
we going to go to that place again?
Probably go by there, yeah.
Yes.
That place is awesome.
Man, what a road for that car.
Road.
God
Yeah.
darn it.
Yeah, it would be pretty
Gosh
good.
dang it.
The little, all the undulation.
Road. Any cool cats and kittens coming on the party this time? Any notables?
You
Yeah, you're really the main
You missed
one.
the last rally.
This is the last
You're
one.
really the main one.
I will
Yeah.
be there on this rally.
Kind of the main guy.
Are you going to stay the whole time?
Yes.
What car you bring?
The plan is to bring the 2002.
Okay.
Good.
That's good.
Good.
Good choice.
Targa is the backup.
Can you also
but
not open that wrapper right now? Thanks. This kid over here. Oh my God.
Like a kid in a candy
I
shop.
know.
Jesus Christ. Getting ready to hibernate, guys.
Is that the plan? Going to find a little thing under a tree? Ditto's dad says, bonus question. At what point does the novelty of Luft wear off and it just becomes Corvettes at Carlisle for people who fetishize Leicas and own mid-century modern furniture?
At Luft 8.
I mean, you could say it's
I'm
already.
still going to the next one.
Yeah,
but
you could say it's already there,
happened.
but it'll never. It just will never be as bad as that scene.
It's
that
just
you
the
described.
fact that the mentality that the organizers have about just constantly rethinking what a car show should be is always going to keep it interesting.
Yeah, I think they just have a good eye for venues and curation, and that's going to bring out interested people. And then there's an element of FOMO for sure. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm going to try to go too, even though I'm not a huge 911,
You're a Vanagon, man.
I appreciate that.
I didn't even look at that many cars like
I didn't
close up
either.
or
I
anything.
didn't
It was
either.
more just
I
like
was just hanging.
I was like hanging out, dude. And at one point we're like standing there and we're in a group of 15 people like that we all ran into each other and the group just grew.
Yeah.
And then we're like, oh, let's go grab beer inside. And then
rad?
Warren was in there, and
Yeah.
it was like
For the next one, whoever gets a car in should bring like a little hibachi and like just like have like I did that. I used to do that at the 2002 show.
I think that's a very Corvettes at Carlisle thing.
Dude, by the way,
Bring
can you
some picnic
imagine?
chairs.
Lane bringing
Tailgating.
a
I'll do
hibachi?
it. I'll do it and make some like tacos, like meat sticks. Just fill a cooler.
Yeah. Hey, you can't do that here. Oh, sorry.
I can do it at my Corvette show, though. Last question. Bad Rabbit Habit says, if one was to put a superbike motor into a car, what car would you do? I used to think about this as a project, if I had a lot of money and time, was making a replica 250mm Vignale Spider, which is looks kind of like a shrunken down Cobra, covered headlights, beautiful car, race car in the era with a V12 from Ferrari. But replace it with the baddest Ducati engine you can. So it's still the Italian flair. It has a rad sound, crazy RPMs, probably makes the same horsepower.
And it's low displacement, small displacement, which is what the Ferraris were anyways.
And it probably has about the same amount of horsepower as that V12 did, back in the day. Those cars are all like $10 million now. So you could get one that was pretty rad and racy and fun and have a good time. I did a little bit of research into it. It's like a lot more work than you'd think, but that was my answer. Ducati in an Italian bodied, lightweight roadster.
You'd have a starter motor to back up.
That'd be so cool. Yeah.
I just go to like the smallest car, which is like an old Mini Cooper or something, but it's not a very good answer.
No, there's some kind of a hack or something where you can do the BMW 1200cc 4-cylinder in a Mini Cooper.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
The cylinder head, the 16 valve cylinder head off of the K1200 or something like that, with some like a little bit of minor machine work, fits on the Mini block.
And the K1200 probably actually has some torque.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
it's like a good motor.
That's cool.
That
Good engine too.
I think Mini with a motorcycle motor is a good one.
Yeah.
Good answer.
The problem is that motorcycle engines are so high strung and the power band is super narrow, especially when you're adding weight. You feel the power band so much more.
Yeah.
And then dealing with reverse.
And clutching. It's like they have nothing, so you kind of have to rev them. And
no flywheel.
I think, and you kind of have to like slip, basically.
I've driven motorcycle powered car.
I think
on the road before.
It sounds a lot cooler than it actually is, and that's why not that many people do it.
Yeah.
Or at least that's my thinking.
There is that Hayabusa powered smart car. You guys see it? It's like done long time ago. You put a Hayabusa motor in the passenger seat of a smart car.
What's that Nissan Leaf powered by?
It's still Hayabusa? A hybrid, so it still has the electric powertrain, and then it has a Hayabusa engine in the back, I think.
Yeah. I mean, they made it to a hybrid instead of just electric, but just so weird. So much work. Weird. I mean, it's rad. It's super cool, and it's been to Morning Motors. Very cool. So,
pretty cool.
Trivia time?
I think...
wait, you're going to SEMA?
I'm
we have
going
Morning
to
Motors
SEMA.
coming up, but this will be out after that.
Morning Motors already happened. It was awesome. Thanks for coming out.
Atlanta, Radwood, November 12th. SoCal, Radwood, November 19th.
Sorry, I was only able to bring the Targa to Morning Motors.
Oh, man, what a punk. I did go to... I went on a drive this last weekend, kind of.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Or I signed up for this rally, Genau Rally. Probably saying it wrong. Anyways, it's more of a morning drive thing. So we met up at Hagerty Winery.
Met there?
Did you get this invitation? Or
I kind of did, but
I mean, invitation. I signed up for it and spent money to do it.
I didn't know about this. Really.
I actually told you about it, and you said, "No, I'm going to Sacramento with my family. I'm busy."
Oh yeah.
So anyway,
why do you sound like Cartman?
Dude, that was sweet.
No, dude, I'm going to Sacramento with my family.
I remember you saying that now.
But yeah, I went up with my brother Travis in my car. It was freezing cold.
Did you have a jacket?
I did have a jacket. I had this very jacket. And it was raining up there. It was essentially. It was misty. It felt like rain. It was wet roads.
Very
like
misty.
Super wet.
Yeah.
felt like rain.
Yep.
It was that wet.
Yep.
And I decided to not even go on the drive.
What was the drive route?
Well,
I mean, just in general.
it was kind of like
go to the coast.
It was
go down?
essentially, yeah, and then
Yeah.
go up like 80 or go up 92 and then cut back on Skyline. Do that whole thing. It was basically like my old.
You went to Canapa instead?
It's literally like because in a lot of ways, it's like it was every road I commuted to work for 10 years on. It was all my routes I would commute on, not like the roads I take for like the most fun, which is like cutting off of those ones. Which they're good roads. They're awesome roads, but it's like it was really wet too, and it's a crew I'm not familiar with. It's one of those. It was just like I got like
you just weren't feeling it.
I just wasn't feeling it.
Any
dude.
notable
You trusted
cars?
your gut, and I support that.
Yeah, really. Oh, that was the other thing. So there's cool cars. The Organizer has a 914 with a like 2.8 liter six in it, which is rad. And then there was a nice Alpha boat tail, little killer Alpha Duetto. There was a little Cortina, a Mark II Cortina that was cool. Early 60s Falcon Sprint 2-door hardtop, like done up full rally style, like a 62 or something like that. The round ones.
Before?
Never seen it before. There was
Those are so rad.
there was a first gen Viper. There was a GTI that I posted, black GTI with like old decals kind of showing through, and it had tons of patina. There's a Ferrari 330, really nice, like gray. There was some modern stuff like GT3s and 996 GT3, some stuff like that. Our friend Kellen was on it in his 997. There was a BMW M1.
Saw that. It was really nice.
White. It's for sale. So that was part of what
Ollie, you've always wanted M1.
I do want
I was
M1.
looking
That's your
at.
favorite car of all time.
It's one of my favorites.
It's for sale. Did you hear that?
They don't sound like anything.
I mean, yeah, but
So I was looking at the car.
You can make them sound so good.
Yeah,
You just put the Pro Car header on it and exhaust.
yes.
So good.
So I was kind of like wishy-washy if I really wanted to go on the drive or not, and I kind of just didn't feel like driving anyways. But I looked at that car, and I'm like, oh, look at those tires. They look really bad, like really hard and shiny. And we looked, and they were like 08. I think they were 08, but I think we actually like read it wrong because I talked to the guy later. I'm like, yeah, your tires look a little sketchy. He's all, why? Because they're old. I'm like, yeah. And I go, yeah, I think we looked and they were like 08. He's all, I think they're actually 98 because that was the year I bought the car and I put tires on it. I'm like,
oh my God, dude.
Well,
How much is he selling it for?
$3.
What color is it?
White.
So
$385 or something.
It's a good price.
Canepa was interested.
It's a good price.
So we went to Canepa, and I guess Canepa was talking to him about buying
It's a
it.
good price.
Um,
He'll buy it.
Yeah. So and it was cool to be at Canepa.
White's rad too.
very.
Or at Canepa.
But I've always had a soft spot for henna rot.
I mean,
Canna Rot's amazing.
I would pay a lot.
Any
How
colors
rare is that though?
rad.
It's not super duper rare. I also like the midnight blue,
Exactly.
dude.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
What color was
was
Climbers?
Midnight
Ben
Blue.
Climbers.
Climbers is midnight blue, and then my friend up in Seattle has a midnight blue one. So
I don't know about the blue, dude.
I
I'd
would do
rather
henna
have.
rot.
I like henna rot. I like white better.
I
than
like
blue.
henna rot with the black trim accents, like all the little black rubber around the car.
Those
Yeah,
are so rad.
that's kind of why I like the white better than like the dark.
Yeah, the
blue.
white looks good.
Oh, there was also a 51 Nash wagon, and it was the straight up only the body over a 2008 Mini Cooper S chassis.
Whoa.
So like everything.
I saw
It's
that.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went to Canepa, and it was cool not being at Canepa for 3 years because a lot of the stuff was new.
Sure.
Yeah. See how many 959s they had in build?
15.
Yeah, dude. That's
Business is
Crazy.
good. Business is good.
It's my buddy Tyler, and that's the guy I'm trying to finish the harness and stuff for my 2002, the Motec setup in my 2002.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I'm so freaking busy building cars, 15 959s, like
15 959s. And then there was I'm trying to think of the standouts there. There was this, it's weird that it's a standout, but it was an 83 911 convertible. red. I took a picture of it, posted on my Instagram.
Wow,
saw
that's so interesting.
It was just so perfect, dude. It was Guards Red, and Guards Red that year was even a little oranger or something. Like Guards Red's changed throughout the years. It was a full restoration by Will Hoyt, John Will Hoyt, which is like kind of crazy on that car because what it's like, let's say the best of it's a $80,000 car.
Spending way more than what the car's worth.
Yeah, it's crazy. So it's one of the first 6 press cars because that's when the convertible came out was that year. So, but who cares? Press car, is that a big deal? I don't know. But it was the craziest thing. So it was red over white pearl leather sports seats.
Oh, I don't even know what that
White
was.
pearl, they're pearlescent, dude.
That's crazy.
They're like shiny.
Leather?
Yes.
So crazy.
Like the dye is pearl in
Dude,
it?
it's almost like a 50s like Cadillac would be or something.
That doesn't sound good.
It's
crazy.
crazy.
Was it good?
It looked pretty rad on this car. I mean, the car was perfect, right? And it was even like, and it wasn't full OEM. I mean, it was like,
how would he have like restored that? You know what I mean? Or were the seats restored?
yeah, I do that. I mean, the car definitely had low miles, but I don't see
because that'd be so hard to.
They look
replicate.
perfect though.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
it feels like white seats. You drive them for 2,000 miles and they get kind of tattered,
especially
right?
those old Wranglers back in the 80s.
Yeah, dude, those. Yeah.
Wrangle.
The car sat really well, and it was just really cool. And then they had, I don't know, there was a bunch of cool stuff.
Did you see this car, this 73 RS, in like a Oslo blue or something like that? Or
yeah.
What? It's like a dark blue.
Actually, wait, let me see that car. That might have been in the back. Yeah, there was
always like so many cool things.
Seinfeld's 934.5 was there, the orange one, which is like, and it was next to that blue one, made me dislike that blue one even more. There was just a lot of cool stuff. The crazy thing is that van is still there, the VW bus, up in the corner.
I'm sure
it's been there since I was in junior high.
I haven't even touched
the
it.
911 one.
Yeah.
That thing is.
That's just one of those like
so cool.
I'm never selling it. And
it's been there for 35 years, dude.
Yeah, any time. Yeah,
crazy.
Big project.
He sold that Roadster that hot rod that he had with the 911 motor. Remember that he built like
the red one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's super cool.
Coupe or something.
Yeah, with the big flared fenders, like 934.5 fenders, basically.
No, 32 Ford Coupe.
Oh.
With a 928
motor engine.
V8 and the valve cover sticking out of the side of the
red.
thing. It said Porsche.
Yeah. Oh, the good thing is he finally got rid of that stupid SS
Land speed
record. Yeah, that's the thing. What was it? It's SSR? No, it's
HHR?
HHR. Yeah. Finally got rid of that eyesore that was always there in the back when you walked in.
No, I wonder what he did with it. Like it's the most unusable, silly thing.
Hate that thing.
What else did you guys
do?
do?
The 908's there, your favorite.
910.
It's a 908.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the white one. The other one was a 910, I think.
Okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
I don't know much about cars.
Dude, that thing's so rad.
Yeah, super cool. White. It's like matte white.
You definitely could be right, but I thought for whatever reason I read that it was a 910.
It's that. Yeah, it's a really, 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 really nice car.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's cool.
Sweet. So,
anyways,
that's a good event. And then we had a F1 viewing party here at Beeline for the.
Although it wasn't supposed to be a full viewing party, but it just kind of turned into one. So Dito's dad, sorry we didn't extend an invite.
Yeah,
you were there in spirit. We talked about you a lot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I don't know how the word got out, but I don't know.
But we're gonna, and we had one at Morning Motors too. After Morning Motors.
Oh,
so that was fun.
That's right. Well, we didn't have one yet, but in walks Nick of Beeline.
Nick is here.
He's got some 3D
burning the midnight oil.
3D goggles on. Nice, dude. Oh, magnifying
He's here
goggles.
to see the future.
All right. Well, any other updates, Ali? Anything you want to add?
No, not really. I'm just excited to be here.
Oh my God. Next time, coffee for you too.
No, I'm actually honestly I'm pretty excited about potentially hosting like a fun pop-up car show during Car Week next year.
Just don't say this stuff unless you're really going to follow through.
That's why I'm saying it, to kind of force myself to follow through.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy to hear you say that.
Yeah. Well, we have enough plaques left over to hand them out to the first Carmel Trophy attendees.
Oh, nice.
Wait,
cars.
I want one.
I have about 20 or 15.
Whoa, he never even offered.
I gave you guys one. There's one right there.
You guys. I'm not you guys.
Use guys. I gave you guys.
I definitely gave you one.
I know, I
gave
put it on
you
my
guys
car.
one for the studio.
I definitely gave you one.
Didn't you make them?
Yeah, I did. But
You didn't make them.
I
You
didn't make 'em.
designed
He
it.
made it.
I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
them
yeah.
made.
yeah.
Okay. Take it easy.
Anyways, we'll get different plaques that are not like the camel trophy looking. We'll design a new plaque for this year.
Oh, I think it needs to be camel.
Okay,
That's
then it'll
why
be
it's
camel
red.
trophy.
I'm not
Okay,
sure I
fine.
understand.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, that's kind of the coolest thing
Okay.
about it. All right, trivia time.
Trivia.
It's trivia time.
Trivia time.
One question. How much did the new owner of the Mitsubishi Mighty Max spend at the mechanics?
Wait, this is the guy who bought it off the guy that bought it from you?
Just saying, the person that I gave it to,
Oh, okay.
$500. How much did they put into it?
Well, you know, like it's.
I'm just asking you a question, Lane.
You know, a new owner.
Lane.
$1,300.
Thank you, Ollie. That's an answer.
I'm gonna say 0 because he probably gave it to the mechanic. After the mechanic said it needed $1 million worth of work.
Very close. That's very close.
And I'm guessing the guy who has it now is the mechanic.
No.
Okay.
Lane tried to ruin the trivia, but I tried to stop him. 0 is the right answer. He got an estimate for $1,000 to make it. He said after that it'd be great, which that can't be true. But $1,000, he said no, thank you, and he gave it to his nephew, who I think lives in Modesto.
Okay.
Nephew is a follower of DWA.
Yeah, he's like posting about it all kinds. He's so stoked. He watched our video.
So pumped on it.
Yeah.
No
He
way.
found the sticker that Lane made, the AOK sticker in the back, and he somehow put 2 and 2 together, and he's
No
like, I
way.
can't believe I own the DWA Mighty Max.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you're a listener or viewer, but congrats.
Do we know his name, or like how did you even
He
find
has
out
an
about
Instagram
that?
account. He was posting
He tagged
about
us
it
on
and stuff.
Instagram, and he was super pumped on it. That's all I know.
Okay.
But it's my gardener, Roberto.
You don't want to say who he is, or
Well, it's okay. I think his account didn't have any other car stuff. It was like
okay.
literally just he got the truck, he's stoked on it, and he was going to do some stuff to it. So it's kind of the perfect person that I wish that it could have gone to easily. I wasn't willing to put the effort to make that happen, but it found its way. Life finds a way.
I'm telling you.
It's like Jurassic Park,
I'm telling you.
Yep.
but mini truck edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing, man.
So
It was
I'm
meant to be.
100% on board with this.
I am too. So
Life
anyways,
does find a way.
we'll give you updates as things move on. Right now, I think he's just in the honeymoon phase. And
Reality has not set in yet.
By the way, $1,000 is a pretty small bill.
pretty small.
Yeah.
Pretty small because I knew that it needed
To be
Basic
fixed like forever.
tires and suspension and
Yeah.
brakes.
What was he was going to do all of that for $1,000?
Probably.
That's pretty good.
I mean, it's a Mighty Max.
Was he going
It's
to
like
fix that
$5.
whatever that smog thing that you had a problem with?
No, well, see, that's what I'm saying. That I'm surprised that he even got that far. To think that he could fix that for $1,000. But hey, they're moving along.
It's a little bit of who's he, what's it, and a little
Little
slippy
how's your
slop
father?
in here.
A
Yeah,
little
and
zip zip and a zap zap.
Yeah, you see,
That's it.
smog's taken care of.
That's it. That's all I got.
It's awesome.
Okay.
All right, dudes.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye bye.